the secret to longevity, water, and this. If you feel pain of unknown cause, if you feel pain in your right shoulder, and then a lot of pain in your lower back, listen to my explanation. Hello, this is Your Healthy Life. This is a channel that delivers advice from Korean health management experts. Are there any of you who haven't subscribed yet? Please subscribe and like right now. Please share it with your loved ones and introduce Your Healthy Life channel to them. I will continue to deliver only the best health information. I am a general surgeon who treats cancer with phone medicine. Through the broadcast, I will tell you stories that are as easy as possible and have scientific and accurate evidence to answer your questions. Originally, cancer has no signals. That's why cancer is scary. Cancer suddenly pops up one day. In cases like this, people who have never been sick suddenly pop up with cancer. So when we consult patients like this, we trace their past history and say that they have never been sick. In this case, it is also called a cancer constitution, which is a characteristic of cancer. Never getting sick means that my body has never had a chance to build up immunity. What is immunity in my body? It's something that fights against illness. Then there should be a chance to build up immunity, but since I've never been sick, there was no chance. So, the cancer cells that grow silently in my body are also weak, so they can't be caught and later grow up and are discovered as cancer. However, if we look at the symptoms that can generally guess cancer, the first is weight loss. I lost about 5 kilograms or 6 kilometers in a month. Then, we try to find the cause. The most likely thing to think about in this case is cancer, and if you feel tired often without knowing the cause, you should get a cancer screening. And your body temperature also drops a lot. People with cancer have areas where they have low energy, and people with cancer are often susceptible to viral diseases. So, in the past, we used to do cancer screenings on people with things like shingles. This was especially common in foreign countries than in Korea. If you have shingles, you may have cancer. Then, something like a blood clot appears. Then you can think about colon cancer or something like that. So, originally, cancer is characterized by not having many symptoms. It is important to get regular checkups. In fact, cancer is never a lump that just grows without any reason. There is a reason and a cause. Cancer grows according to that principle. Cancer never grows unless there is a signal from outside genes to grow, and it grows because the genes keep sending signals to grow. I need to understand my cancer and make an effort to treat it based on scientific evidence, not luck. In reality, if someone gets better after eating something, you can think that this only applies to that person. However, those of us with cancer follow suit. We think that we will get better too. That is absolutely not the case. So our cancer is absolutely not luck. And cancer does not grow appropriately. There is a reason. We need to treat it accordingly. Think about this. If someone gets better after eating something, I should think that there is no such thing as a lottery and start treatment through a scientific examination. Cancer is absolutely not something you can hope for luck, but it is right to try various things based on scientific evidence. Modern medical methods, immunotherapy, gene regulation, and reducing stress in the environment of patients with cancer are also very helpful. Among the foods that cancer patients should not eat, we generally know that cancer cells make energy using glucose, so foods with a lot of glucose and carbohydrates should be avoided as much as possible. The next bad thing is trans fats in particular. Trans fats are unsaturated fatty acids, especially omega-3 or omega-6, which are not saturated fatty acids, but when heat or hydrogen is added to unsaturated fatty acids, they change into trans fats. Trans fats contain wind substances and are in the case of grilled fish. Also, it is important not to overeat and to eat less. The best way to eat flaxseed or sesame seeds, which help prevent and cure cancer, is to just chew them with the skin on. So we should aim for sesame oil and perilla oil and all that is in the bottle as much as possible. The biggest thing I should not say to my patients is not to use the word cured carelessly. There is no cure for cancer. However, our patients use the words cured a lot, but cancer is something that requires lifelong management. Also, I get a lot of positive advice from people around me, and I have to work on those things. Also, some patients don't think they are negative. However, when people around them see that the patient is quite negative, they need to be guided to become a positive person. This is one of the things that the family needs to do. That's why treating the patient is important in cancer treatment, but also treating the family. This doesn't mean that you should brag about your cancer to others, but rather let them know. Cancer patients don't have anyone who knows about cancer from the beginning and treats it. There must have been someone who could have helped me, but if I didn't tell people, I wouldn't have been able to receive that help. If I told them, someone might have tried to help me. At that time, I would have had the opportunity to learn accurate information I didn't know, and treatment methods I didn't know about, but by not telling them, I was deprived of that opportunity. Early detection of cancer is a great help in treatment. If I can find out as soon as possible, the treatment will be faster. Cancer patients should drink a lot of water. They should drink at least 1.5 to 2 L of water a day. As a result, if there is a lack of water, the surrounding cell membrane is damaged and destroyed, which then destroys the mitochondria and finally damages the genes. DNA damage then leads to genetic mutations, which is what leads to cancer. Drinking a lot of water while eating sweet potatoes, beets, bananas, kohlrabi, tomatoes, and vegetables with potassium can help prevent cell dehydration. Also, it is good to eat a lot of omega-3 to strengthen the cell membrane. The concept of preventing cancer means that we can prevent cancer just by drinking water, and water can play a huge role in treating cancer. Currently, there are a lot of different treatments. Every day, countless people are conducting research, and many treatments that really make our eyes pop are being developed. This is the content about cancer that I have prepared for you today. If today's video was helpful, please subscribe, like, and set up notifications. Please share it with your precious family and friends. I will always pray for your health and happiness. This was Your Healthy Life. In the next video, I will come back with advice from another Korean healthcare expert. Have a happy day today. Thank you.